We continue in our journey through Shemona Esrei, and we find ourselves today in the bracha of Mishpat, the bracha where we request HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the restoration of justice. Hashiva Shofteynu kevarishona, return our judges as they were at first, v'yotzenu kivatchila, and our counselors as at the beginning, v'haser mimenu yagon v'anacha, and remove from us sorrow and sighing. May you alone, Lord, reign over us with loving kindness and compassion, and vindicate us in justice. Baruch atah Hashem, melech ohev tzedakah u'mishpat. Hashem, you are the source of all blessing, the King who loves righteousness and justice. And on the most basic level, remember again, this bracha is a continuation of the previous one. In the previous bracha of Tekah b'shofar gadol lecheirusenu, we asked Hashem for messianic redemption. We asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu to blow the great shofar of Moshiach. So continuing along that same theme, when we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashiva Shofteynu kevarishona, on a most basic level, we're asking Hashem, v'yachzeru, as the Sidra Hayom writes, v'nitzion teitzei Torah, v'yachzeru haSanhedrin limkomam kasher b'tchila. We're asking Hashem to restore the Sanhedrin, to restore the High Court, that when Mashiach comes, the Beis Hamikdash will be rebuilt. The Sanhedrin, the High Court of Jerusalem, will once again sit in session. So on the most basic level, this bracha is a continuation. We first ask for messianic redemption, and then we say, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when you bring the Mashiach, Hashiva Shofteynu kevarishona, bring back our judges as they once were. Restore the Sanhedrin. But it struck me, the phrase in the bracha of Vaser mimenu yagon v'anacha. Remove from us sorrow and sighing. Okay, beautiful. Of course, we want HaKadosh Baruch Hu to remove suffering from us. But what does the restoration of the Sanhedrin, the High Court in Jerusalem, have to do with removing sorrow and sighing? And perhaps what the bracha is trying to sensitize us to is as follows. When we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu for Hashiva Shofteynu kevarishona, what we're really asking for is, Hashem, restore emes, restore truth to this world. Sometimes the most complicated part of life is trying to figure out what's emes and what is sheker, what is true and what is false, what is good and what is evil, what is tahor and what is tamei, what's pure and what's impure. And a lot of times in life, our vision becomes clouded for a variety of different reasons. Sometimes it's because of the places where we live, the societies in which we live, the sensitivities that often exist around us that may or may not be correct. So Hashiva Shofteynu kevarishona, Hashem, bring us back to a sense of truth. Because the truth is, living life without absolute truth is difficult. And living life without absolute truth is painful. Don't we endure this every single day? Kind of not knowing, we're bombarded every day with messages. This is true, this is true, this is false, this is... Sometimes it's hard to discern in life what's emes and what is sheker, what is truth and what is false, what is good and what is impure, what should I run to and what should I run away from. And often because I have difficulty discerning what is true, I live in a state of existential pain, of difficulty. But when Mashiach comes, with the arrival of Mashiach is not just an ingathering of the exiles. With the coming of Mashiach is not just the rebuilding of the Beis Hamikdash, but the coming of Mashiach is a clarity about what's right and what's wrong, clarity about what's pure and what's impure, a clarity about what matters and what really doesn't. And that's the phrase, Hashiva Shofteynu kevarishona, Hashem, when you bring back the Sanhedrin, you bring back justice, you bring back truth. Vaser mimenu yagon v'anacha. You will remove from me, from us, so much sorrow and so much sighing. Because often I find myself struggling to see the truth, struggling to see the light, struggling to understand what is really correct and what is incorrect. But when you bring back the Mashiach, you bring back the Sanhedrin, you will remove from me so much suffering, so much sighing, because truth will finally be within reach. And this is so important, because a lot of times in life it's important to do a self-check and to ask myself, the things that I hold to be true, are they really true? The things that I hold to be correct, are they really correct? The things that I hold to be pure, are they really pure? And sometimes when you're honest with yourself, you realize that a lot of your hashkafas, a lot of the way you view the world, are not necessarily rooted in Torah, not necessarily rooted in Kedusha, but are rooted in other external influences. And it's important every once in a while to recalibrate, to re-examine my hierarchy of values. Are they really correct? Are they really as they should be? To daven with extra kavanah for the coming of Mashiach, for the restoration of the Sanhedrin, for the restoration of truth. Because when Mashiach comes and truth is ultimately restored, so much pain and so much sighing will be removed when clarity, messianic clarity, ultimately is restored. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.